Hello everyone, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate General Civil War. We're on to part 34 or 35 of our Union Let's Play of Ultimate General Civil War, where we're playing through the entire Grand Campaign on the side of the Union. In this video, we're going to be fighting the Battle of Salem Church, which is a linked battle to the Battle of Chancellorsville. It's separate from Chancellorsville, and that we've already been told we won the Battle of Chancellorsville, and then this battle came up, but it's linked in the sense that you only fight this battle if you win the Battle of Salem Church as the Union, which we did. So we're now fighting this battle. It looks like it's going to be with forces that are not part of our core forces, and that's about all I know at this point. With that being said, guys, this is all taken from a live stream, so I'm actually going to just kind of step away, let you enjoy the live stream, and then I'll meet you guys back up at the end. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know your thoughts below, as always, and away we go. All right, so, no, wait. We're going into the Battle of Salem Church? So now we've got to fight another fight? God damn it. The plan is progressing. Our forces, commanded by General Sedgwick in Fredericksburg, have stormed the Confederate light defenses. He is now moving to attack Lee from the east, while your corps pin him at Chancellorsville. You must now take control of Sedgwick's corps and make sure he clears one more obstacle. The rebels are setting up defenses on crossroads near Salem. It appears that Lee is sending his last reserves to intercept your army. You must secure this road before nightfall. So, the one thing that I think would be kind of interesting is if this kind of a game... 20,000 enemy troops, really? Is if so if we won the last battle, and then we win Salem Church, effectively Lee would be caught between two armies and destroyed. And that could give you a victory condition saying you win the war, right? Because Lee's army is destroyed. But at the end of the day, I'm almost certain we're just going to go to Gettysburg next, in spite of it. So it's just another battle we get to fight. These troops aren't our own. These are just kind of AI troops, so we're almost better off just killing as many of them as we can so we get all their weapons. But anyway. So you are now in command of Sedgwick's corps, who is advancing to the Orange Turnpike. Our pickets report a few rebel brigades are dispatched to meet your army. Hurry up and secure the crossroads located near Salem Church before the rebels. The small ridge can help us block our path. Can help them block our path. So Sedgwick's 1st Division is on the field. Which is funny because Sedgwick is one of our commanders in our actual army. We use this roadway. Small division. Old Salem Church. Inflict at least 5% more casualties on them than they on us for a victory condition. Okay, these guys are slow marchers and they only have like 3,000 men. Let's sure hope the enemy doesn't have 20,000 like intelligence said. Here comes the 2nd Division. I don't know which Grant that is. And the 3rd Division. I do like these kind of small scenarios that you don't really control the initial force. Just wish they had more of an impact on the way the battle results. Alright. More troops coming up. Someone's charging someone, it sounds like, but I don't know who. Here come the rebels. Really, Mahone is still around? And here's the other question I have. Does the casualties I inflicted at Chancellorsville carry over to this battle? Because it's still part of the same sort of, like, battle sequence? As they fire volleys at our artillery. Alright, you guys are not... Oh, you are doing okay. Alright. The artillery's retreating, but the infantry's doing okay. Alright, so... yeah, I don't melee a ton. I really, in general, I don't melee. Although it does make some sense. Like, if I melee here, Mahone can't fire volleys, and then this other infantry brigade, Bartlett, behind him can shoot at Mahone while Mahone is engaged in melee. So there is some value there. I'm driving Mahone back. Still stuck in melee. Now the issue is Brown's going to get kind of extended out here and caught by additional rebel forces that are going to melee him. So now he's going to get caught by 2 brigades on either side of him. However, since they're both engaged in melee, neither one of them can shoot. And our troops around them can't, although now that Brown retreated, yes they can. Okay, I've got horrible alignment on my forces here. Bringing the 2nd Division up. Lee has arrived, apparently. Alright. We've inflicted more casualties on them than they on us, so that's good. We've got about 2 more hours to secure Salem Church. Go ahead and keep the pressure up on Sims. Let's go ahead and charge him. Kershaw's coming up, which we know for a fact now that casualties don't carry over, because Kershaw's brigade was surrendered, I believe. Oh, great. Now he's in very good cover. Shit. Can we get you up there, Neil? Get you into cover? Oh, jeez. All these guys are in the woods. I've tried to get Neil up into the woods so he can, you know, be relatively safe. And this is really a back and forth fight, I will say. As we sprint all of our troops forward. Get your artillery up a little bit. Wolford's exposed at least, but Kershaw is going to be tough to deal with. Brown is pretty much dead. Kershaw's extending his line. He's going to lose some of his cover, so that's good. Okay, Shaker will... Get Sedgwick up there to provide a little bit of cover. Okay. Alright. Wolford's retreating. Supplies up. God damn Kershaw and your like Uber brigade. Mahone's charging. Alright. Bartlett and Brown need to come up. Artillery's a little bit too far back, in my opinion. And Kershaw overextended. He's now kind of caught between 3 brigades. There you go. Alright, are we still inflicting more on them? Not 10% more, but 5% more. Okay. We need to do 10... No, just 5, but we need to take Salem Church. I don't have a lot of time left to do that, but... we'll keep pressing. Sedgwick, get up here, give your boys some morale support. Artillery, let's get up here and get some close fire to get you guys a little bit more effective. Alright, Grant, you're gonna charge. Salem. Alright. Come on, Grant, I thought you were gonna charge. No? Okay. Wolford should really be retreating now, shouldn't he? He's got brigades firing on 3 sides of him. The corner of Neal's brigade is also engaged in what looks like melee with him. Alright. Alright, advance. Harris up here, a little bit of a breather. He should be good. Wolford, I don't know if he's done, but he's taken some heavy hits. It's up to 10% casualties, so that's good. 10% more. Bring our artillery forward. Wheaton's in not very much cover. I'm gonna kind of do... was that the Zulu where they had that weird... oh god. Alright, you guys get over there. Grant, guard that flank against Kershaw and Wolford. I'm trying to think, like, where one line advances in front of the other. What was that? Like, one advances, shoots, then another one comes forward, advances, shoots. Alright, Salem Church is ours! Keep that artillery coming forward. Sure, the enemy will counterattack. That was in a movie, though. The whole, ow, fire and advance tactic, as I, like, slam my foot into my computer. Oh, God. Neal, your flank is in the air. Alright. Point blank volley at Mahone. Mahone, this is kind of funny. If you think about it, it's deja vu. We're killing the same soldiers over and over again. Rourke's Drift, is that what they did, Angus? I think that's the movie I'm thinking of. Is if they did that in Rourke's Drift, I'm pretty sure that's what I was thinking of. Okay, 52. We gotta hold Salem Church for 6 more minutes. Which should be doable, right? Wilcox taking it on the teeth there. Back-to-back volleys at point-blank range against him. We'll keep pressing. Again, there's really no reason not to. These are not our troops. Lee's riding in to try and save the day, I suppose. Okay. Alright. Civil War movies, Pascal. There's obviously Gettysburg. There's Gods and Generals. Glory is another movie that's about the first African-American... Well, they weren't the first African-American regiment, but nor were they the first... They were kind of one of the more famous African-American regiments, Glory. There's a series called The Blue and the Gray, which was like a television series that looked at kind of some families and how the war impacted them. I'm trying to think of what else. Those are kind of the ones that come to mind. Lincoln, that doesn't really deal so much with the war itself as it does with like the politics, but Lincoln is definitely a Civil War era movie. Okay. Alright. As usual, when you force an enemy to retreat, they get slaughtered. And that's what's happening here. Alright, so I think we've won. Although the battle hasn't ended yet, it still says 32 more minutes. We've captured Salem Church, we've held it long enough so that it's no longer contested. And now we're just kind of pursuing the enemy. Apparently there's enemy artillery like way down here. Oh shit. Enemy reserves are coming up apparently. Early's division is arriving on the field. Good God. This is so silly, because we won so decisively at Chancellorsville. It wouldn't even matter if the enemy deployed all these troops here out of nowhere. Like, they just don't have the manpower to resist us. Because all of these guys are already dead. This is like a fantasy world where they're still alive. We've got, like, multiple more new brigades showing up. Oh, Field of, like, the Lost Shoes, I think it was. There was another newer movie that was out. It's kind of a low-budget, like, B film. But it looked at, I think, was it the VMI cadets that fought in, was it Breckinridge's Brigade? One of the early battles in the, I want to say it was one of the early battles in the Valley Campaign before General Lee sent Early's Corps to the Valley and before Sheridan was deployed. It was one of the early defeats of the Union, I think. Siegel's force was defeated there. Oh God. That's a lot of fucking troops. Fortunately, we don't have to hold them off all that long. Let's move Schaefer up and around this flank. Let's hope these guys can get their guns into action. Smith is precariously located for some canister. Not in the flank, but certainly he's not in a good spot. Just have to hold 7 more minutes. I think we can do that. I don't think they've got enough time. Okay, I didn't even look after Chancellorsville to see what we captured. I sure hope we get additional recruits for winning at Salem Church, though, because it's just like the same fight. 2 more minutes. Should be all about over. I'm assuming the battle ends here. Unless this turns into another huge battle somehow. Okay. Victory at the Battle of Salem Church. 4,700 Union, 7,000 Confederate casualties. And more goods captured. All of this is captured that, you know, we rescued some weapons, but there were weapons that were arming troops that weren't ours. So, end result, good. Officers, I don't think any of this matters. Yeah, there you have it. Victory. Can we back to the main, the Defense Superior Service Medal. Okay. And we gained 300,000. Okay, so we did get some additional recruits from the Battle of Salem. We also gained some additional reputation. So we got 8 reputation for Salem, a career point for Salem, 2 career points for Chancellorsville, 30 reputation for Chancellorsville, 8 reputation for Salem Church, $300,000, 12,600 recruits. Additionally, we get another 1,000 recruits for the prisoners that we captured. So we get 13,000, still only like half of our casualties can be replaced before our next fight, unless we spend reputation, which we do have enough money. We could spend 40 reputation for an additional 8,000, but even then, we're still shy of replacing all of our casualties. With that said, we could use reputation on Spencers. It looks like we've got our first 400 Spencer repeating rifles available to us. We can get Strong Vincent, George Stanford, Dan Sickles, and some 3,000 1861 Springfields now. So quite a few options from the reputation spend side. If we go to the battle map, you'll see here we are about, oh god, we only have 2 battles before Gettysburg. So we've got the Battle of Gettysburg, which again, we only get 10,000 replacements. That's going to be a nightmare. Fortunately, the enemy army will have less morale, so they'll fight less well because we defeated them at Chancellorsville. Additionally, if we defeat the enemy at Second Winchester, the enemy army size is not reduced. Oh, they will be reduced, I'm assuming, if we win the Battle of Second Winchester. We'll also get some additional recruits if we don't lose too many men. So, all told, we're going to be struggling here. Oh, by the way, guys, I was promoted to Lieutenant General, so we can all celebrate that. But we're going to be struggling to field an adequately sized force. We can go ahead and use some politics here, maybe get some additional recruits. We can max that out. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to allocate these points, but you can see here more victories. Salem Church, it gives a breakdown for that, and Chancellorsville, a breakdown for that. So we can replace almost all of our casualties in the next battle, but we won't end up being as strong at Gettysburg as we were at Chancellorsville, which is historically accurate. The Union Army at Chancellorsville was larger. All right, folks, well, that's going to do it for this this video and the Battle of Chancellorsville, as well as the linked Battle of Salem Church. We've won 2 victories. We've gained quite a bit of reputation. We've gained some recruits, but not enough to replenish all of our losses. And that's going to probably do it for this episode. Chancellorsville was an interesting fight, an interesting sort of initial attack, sort of over-aggressive, followed up by foresight, allowing us to prevent Jackson from having his great success. And then a weakened Confederate army was unable to push us from our positions, so we were able to launch a successful counterattack, which was victorious. And then we went on to fight the Battle of Salem Church, which we just kind of, I wouldn't say rushed the enemy to death, but we were able to advance effectively, have a sort of firing advance where we had one unit fire a volley, then the other unit would step in front of them, then fire a volley, then the other unit would step in front of them and fire a volley. At the end of the day, that was a very effective tactic. We overwhelmed the Confederate forces, attacked them piecemeal, took Salem Church, and then had a strong enough force to hold off the enemy reinforcements sufficiently long to win the battle. So with that being said, guys, I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you're enjoying the series. We're going to go ahead and call this one to a close. And in our next video, we will begin the rebuilding process of our army, which has now taken tens of thousands of casualties. This is the bloodiest battle we've had so far with it. And begin to prepare for the Gettysburg campaign, which is the next campaign. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, it's the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.